My name is Angelique Marie Sharman. I am 32. I'm from Germany, but I've been living overseas since I was 18. So yeah, this is my third country that I've lived in. After school, I did an apprenticeship to become a foreign correspondent. My goal was to be fluent in English. After I finished the apprenticeship, I decided to pack my bags up and move to South Africa to study there. Did my honours in communications. While I did that, I was working as a overlander in the bush, mostly Botswana. Lead guide, mostly German trips, small group safaris, 12 people. A lot of work, but it was very rewarding. So I've spent a lot of nights in the Delta and in Moremi, Savuti, Chobe. I know a lot of people have the Delta on their bucket list, and I'm fortunate to say that I've been there, I think, 20 or 30 times. I skydived before I was born in my mom's belly. My dad was a skydiver too. So I grew up in Germany in mostly summers, driving to the drop zone for weekends. It was usually about a 2-hour drive there on Fridays. Then my dad would jump on the Saturday and the Sunday and we'd drive back home, living in a caravan on weekends in summer. When I started, I must be honest with you, I think the first 30 skydives I thought I was going to die every single time. But after the 30th, so I remember around about 30 jumps, I started enjoying. I started having fun in the sky. And that's what most probably made me carry on. When I came to Pretoria, I had about 126, which I'm really lucky because the tradition is here when you do your 100th jump, you do it naked. So I showed up here with 127 jumps. For me, the moment I step out of the airplane, it is so nice to feel the air, hold onto the airplane, and you're with your friends and you give a count, and that moment on the hill as you leave the airplane, that for me is the most exciting part. I've been quite lucky. I've never injured myself skydiving. Of course, I had a couple of moments that I would consider as a warning, little warnings in life, and if you take them serious, you won't have a bigger thing happen to you. There have been moments where I was in the sky and I was wishing to be on the ground, because usually everyone else is always on the ground wishing they were in the sky, but I try and avoid those moments. Usually they say you have roughly one malfunction on average every 1,000 jumps, and until recently I had 3,330 jumps and I had no malfunctions. And I've been in this sport for now a good 14 years. After my pregnancy break, I came back and had my canopy brand new relined and everything came back from the manufacturer. So I jumped it twice and I was like, yeah, this takes a bit longer than usual. And on my third jump back, I had my first malfunction ever, where I was, and I didn't even take the chance. I looked up and I was like, okay, this thing's not gonna open. And I saw my husband in the corner over there, my other friend over there, and I was like, I don't even need to check my LT, I can just chop it. So that was my first reserve, and then not even a month later, I had my second reserve. So my nice quota of no reserve rides and all these jumps went down the drain in about 1 month. Yeah. I sold my piano for my very first rig, and I've cut off hair at a hairdressing show, and I got 300 euros for it, for cutting it from here to about somewhere here, just so I could get money to skydive. At about 250, 300 jumps, I did my coach rating. It was a really nice step to accumulate jumps without having to pay for every single jump. At the same time, I was also doing manifest back then. And back in Germany, I was even doing packing, just to get any sort of money to jump because it's not a cheap sport, right? With the coaching, I was able to build up jumps. And with that, you gain experience. So then I could take the next step, and I was starting doing videos, tandem videos. And once you get to go onto the tandem video rotation, you can start picking up your jumps quite quickly. Billy, I first met in 2008 here at this drop zone. He was back then working in Abu Dhabi as a tunnel instructor, and he was visiting here. In 2011, I moved to Dubai to live with Billy. About 4 months after, they approached me and said, we have a girls team, Arab girls, and we need a videographer. So I started, and I got a contract to film these girls on their four-way. Not even a year later, some of the girls dropped out, and next thing I knew, I was in the four-way as a competitor. The next 2,000 jumps, they happened quite quickly, obviously, because we were jumping a lot, 5 days a week. So that's how we traveled the world. We've been to all sorts of countries competing, Bosnia, Czech Republic. We've done training camps in Spain, in America. So I got to see the world with the job. One of my favorite things is to jump with my husband, go into the airplane and not have a plan, but just go out and fly. Yeah, my life motto. If I have to put it in a nutshell, there's this saying, an attitude of gratitude, which I am really trying to teach my children. And with that comes patience, because that's what children need. They need not only time, but they need patience. And I believe with us, patience means time. In that same picture, and overall happiness. And I believe that whatever you set your mind to shall be given to you in life.